actually my second try doing this shit, but you know, I ran out of space on my shit because my broke ass don't have a fucking camera. So I'm using my phone as always. Anyways, let's get into it. This is the vlog, and we're going to talk about my top 10 musical inspirations. We're back. So, as I was saying in the intro, that you know, I had to do this shit again, you know, and here I go fucking rambling and wasting fucking time, you know, but my broke ass ain't got a damn camera, and therefore I'm using my phone. I ran out of space. I did this video once before, and it cut it like halfway through. I had no fucking clue. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm gonna have to do this shit quick because, you know, hey, you know, a lot of the stuff doesn't even really need explanation. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. My top 10 inspirations for making music. Number 10 is Meatloaf. Yes, I absolutely love Meatloaf. I love his style of music and the way he puts his lyrics together and so on and so forth. His stage presence is great. And yeah, it was definitely enough, you know, especially when it comes to like ballads and talking about stuff that, you know, like really means a lot, whatever to you. You know, and plus, he comes from a theater background and everything, and I just, you know, fell in love with his style, and I like to incorporate things like that as well. Moving on to number 9, I have Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson, I'm probably going to get so much flack for this shit, just like I do on the fucking vinyl collector groups or whatever. Every time I post something Marilyn Manson, I get shit for it. Because, oh, you know, like he's going through legal trouble and shit. You know what, man? I'm not his fucking attorney. I'm a fan of his music, alright? So, like, are we here to share music or are we here to fucking talk about his legal trouble? Alright, but by the way, you know, I got several other records, you know, from artists that have legal trouble, you know, so, but we're not going to talk about that, right? We're only talking about Marilyn Manson. Anyways, I love the darkness in his lyrics. I love, you know, again, you know, his writing style and all of that stuff, and to where he's just like brutal and in your face, you know, and brutally honest. And that is just something that I also love to do in my lyrics as well. Moving on is number 8, Iron Maiden. I fucking love Iron Maiden. For as long as I can remember, I've been listening to Iron Maiden. Well, as long as I can remember, it's probably a little bit bold, but yeah, I was probably about like 7 or 8 years old when I first started listening to Iron Maiden. Up the irons, baby. Yeah. And a lot of it also comes from their song structure and just how intricate, you know, their melodies are, and the way they just put everything together and everything is just composed. I absolutely love it, and their lyricism is just out of this fucking world. Number 7, and this one should be higher on the list, you know, because this is actually the band that is the whole reason why I even wanted to make music, and the band is called Yellow Shaft, and a lot of y'all are probably like, what? Who? You know, well, you guys might not know this, but this is my blood uncle's band, right? And Yellow Shaft was something I was introduced to at a very, very young age because, you know, this is stuff that my uncle was doing. When I was like 5, 6 years old, you know, my brother and I, we used to be a lot, like if we were visiting, we were able to go to his band practices, and if they had like an event going on around the time when we were visiting, we attended every event that we could when we were in the area, and we just had an absolute blast. And so that was like my role model in music, you know, and, you know, just being able to see your own family member, you know, just as a small child, like, wow, this guy is like playing music, you know, he was a guitarist, he plays a harmonica, he plays other instruments as well, and he's also the vocalist. And then seeing him perform in front of a crowd, it was just insane, and it was the whole reason why I went and signed up for guitar lessons and started to play guitar. I started writing my own songs, and so on and so forth. This is where it all started, but we're going to get a little bit further into that in another vlog. All right. Next up, number 7. Oh no, we already did numbers. All right. Next up, number 6, DJ Tomek. This is a German hip hop DJ and beat maker, and I absolutely love DJ Tomek. And it was the first German hip hop that I have ever listened to, and the song that introduced me to him was "Return to the Hip Hop" featuring KRS-One. And it totally blew my mind because hip hop was like still like very unfamiliar to me, and around that time period, again, this is like in my preteens and all of that, when I was first introduced to DJ Tomek, and anyways, it just really blew my mind that this was even possible in Germany where I was currently residing. But who knew that in time that I would actually start making hip hop music, right? Moving on is number 5. 3-6 Mafia. 3-6 Mafia was that group that showed me like that underground, a different style of writing and producing and all of that stuff, and just listening to their music, it was just like you could pinpoint like, hey, this is a 3-6 Mafia beat. These are 3-6 Mafia lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like its own signature sound, and I thought it was just absolutely mind-blowing. Number 4 is Tech 9. Tech 9, do I even need to say anything more about this, right? Tech 9 is also one of the coolest people I have ever gotten to meet, and I've played a handful of shows with Tech 9 as well. While I was a member of Razor's Edge, it was absolutely great meeting him, and his music is just out of this world. His style is just amazing, and and also his lyricism, his song content is just absolutely great, and it also, I have like a lot of songs where I love to tap into a lot of like technician, style lyricisms and all of that stuff as well. Moving on, number 3 are the Gorillaz. I love the Gorillaz. Ever since Clint Eastwood came out, which was their very first single, at least when I was made aware of it, I don't think that there was anything sooner than that. It blew my fucking mind. The fact that this was an animated band, number 1, you know what I mean, which was kind of unheard of. There were bands that made like animated like music videos and stuff, but these guys legit created an animated world around the band. You had no fucking clue who these guys were or what kind of a group it was for the longest time until they until they started like later on, like playing shows. As the band themselves, when it was revealed that it was Damon Albarn, but it is such a collaborative band that works with a barrage of different types of artists and different styles of music, a lot of genre bending going on, and I fucking love that shit. This is like a band that just shows you what you can do with music. These guys have done anything from rock to hip hop to electronic music and other compositions. It was absolutely great, and the lyrics are also just absolutely insane. I really love the Gorillaz, and it is one of my dream collaborations. I'm telling you, I feel like if I got a collaboration with the Gorillaz, I feel like I made it. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, this one goes without saying, it is Eminem, right? Eminem was the first hip-hop artist that I personally was made aware of. Again, I'm from Germany, and we didn't have a whole lot of hip-hop, so to speak, you know what I mean? At least in the circles that I was, living and all of that. There were some, of course, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it was unheard of, but Eminem was like the first hip-hop artist that I personally was made aware of, and that I started to like listen to on a daily basis and all of that stuff. And his lyricism is just absolutely insane. Like the way he just puts these words together to make some of the most, puzzling rhymes, and I absolutely love Eminem's music. I love his style and just like how serious he takes this stuff. Without further ado, let's get to the number 1 spot. The Wicked Clowns themselves, the Insane Clown Posse. This is the number 1 reason that I ended up making the music I am making today. Ever since I first found out about Insane Clown Posse, like just something clicked. I like I said back when I said something about Yellow Schaff, how I was inspired to like learn how to play music and all of this other stuff, and I started writing my songs, but nothing ever became of it. I actually put the shit away for a little while, but then I heard Insane Clown Posse, and I was like, wait, maybe I was just doing the wrong style of music. I'm fucking with this shit. So I was like, holy shit. And I love everything from their song structure, their beats. I love their lyricism, and also their stage performance is just fucking mind blowing. I love everything about this group. You know what I'm saying? At first I started off, like writing very Insane Clown Posse-esque, type of songs. But then I didn't know how to make beats and all that shit. And again, we're going to get into detail on all of that part, when I put out another vlog, as a matter of fact, so stay tuned. But anyways, once I started learning how to make my own beats and all of that stuff, I was like, no, why would I just coattail these guys? You know what I'm saying? So I created my own thing, and which that's what the Juggalo culture is about, is individuality, you know what I'm saying? So even though I am not making Juggalo music, I always have something in there or some trace in there to give a nod towards the Juggalo culture. I absolutely love Juggalos. You heard it in the last vlog I just put out. If you haven't yet, why not? So anyway, I love the Juggalo culture. Honestly, like Juggalo shows that I have performed at or whatever, or been to, hands down, best time of my life. I absolutely love it. And but I want everybody to know, even though Insane Clown Posse is my biggest inspiration, you guys have to understand, I am not a Juggalo rapper. I'm a Juggalo who happens to make music. I don't want to be the next ICP. I don't want to be the next Gorillaz. I don't want to be the next Tech 9, 36 Mafia, or whatever. I want to be the first Timmy B. So with that being said, much love to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys got any comments, concerns, questions, anything like that, make sure you hit it in the comments below. Make sure you also subscribe to the damn channel. Hit that damn bell and make sure that you get a scoop on everything that I got coming out. We got another vlog coming out next week, preferably on time this time. For sure, pinky promise, But anyway, so with that being said, I hope you guys have a great night. Please like and subscribe. Share this video to everybody you know. And I hope to see you guys next time. I am Timmy B, and I approve this message.